Okay, so here is the new air intake. I apologize for having to talk over the motor. I guess I could have turned the truck off, but oh well. This is the new one, and of course I've had it on here for quite a while now. Probably nearly a month and a half or so, maybe a little bit shorter than that. But just overall, I'm just gonna talk about it for the most part, and y'all can look at the truck and whatnot. The air intake, first off, it does what it says. It takes the air into the motor of the truck. My old air intake that I had was stock with an aftermarket filter on it, and I thought to myself, oh, this is going to be fun. You know, it runs good, it sounds good, and everything like that. Excuse me. But now, when I had this new one on, I think Vibrant, something like that is the company name of the filters, and Honest Speed Shops sent this to me on Instagram. I'll put their Instagram in the description of this video. I'll also put this product, I'll put the link to it in the description as well. But I thought with my stock one, oh, it's fine, I got an aftermarket intake on it, should be good to go. But I was extremely surprised with the sound difference it made in the cab of the truck. I thought, yeah, this old H1C, which is the stock turbo they put on these, yeah, it sounds good. I can hear it just fine. You know, it sounds good. And then I put this one on, took it up the road to my grandmother's house, which is just that house right over there. Took it up there, and I was like, holy cow, this sounds way better. So, I'm gonna cut the truck off. But I was extremely surprised with the sound quality difference on the inside of the cab with the turbo, which of course, if it's going to be louder, that means it's most likely getting more air, which is the whole point of this. And of course, my motor's not perfect by far. I actually have the valve cover inside the house. I'm going to clean it up, and I might just hang it up. Just got a new battery for the truck. Excuse all of my messy wiring that I have. That's going to be fixed eventually. But this filter is made for the first gens. This is actually a smaller filter than what was on it previously. But again, it sucks way more air. It's way more loud. I don't know if that's the correct way to say that, but it's much, much louder. And this is just my stock turbo. But the only thing about it that is a little different, and it's only because the boot here is bigger, is it's a little bouncy. So if you're going down the road and you know you experience death wobble bad, it's going to bounce a little bit. But other than that, that's the only complaint that I have. When they sent this, it was an accident. They sent the wrong size clamps, but I use these clamps off my original air intake, which was stock on the truck. But that's not their fault. It was an accident. They just switched clamp. Trying to think of the word. Suppliers, I guess. The people that would send them everything, they just swapped over. So they accidentally sent out, I believe these are 3.5 inch clamps instead of 4 inch. But it's just a simple mistake. You know, nothing on the company. Don't knock them for it or anything. And of course, I still got the stock piping down here. But this is extremely better, in my opinion, for the truck. The first one thought was good, but once I put this one on, there is nothing better that I could have done for as cheap that this is, aside from fuel upgrades. But if you upgrade fuel, you need to upgrade air. And this was definitely an upgrade. I didn't think it was going to make any difference. All I thought was, oh, it's just going to look a lot better than the old one, because the old one looked about like these, my valve covers. But way better. I honestly think I'm getting a slightly better mileage, maybe 1 or 2 miles to the gallon better. Not 100% sure, because my speedometer doesn't work right, so I can't really keep up with it. But I do think I'm getting a little bit better efficiency. The response time on the truck is just a little bit better. It's just enough to notice it. Because again, you're not going to get a whole lot different with this air intake, or any air intake to be that, not just this one. I mean, you might gain, I've read people who gain between 15 and 25 horsepower out of an air intake, which is definitely reasonable. But the one that I had on this before already had a big filter on it, so I assume it was sucking more air than what a actual stock one would. But I can still tell a difference in this one and the previous one, even though the filter is smaller. So if I had to rate this, you know, out of 5 stars, I'd definitely give it, I'd say at least 4.5 to 5 stars. Only complaint is it's a little bouncy. But again, that's only because of this boot. That's not have to do anything with this other than just the weight. But with the weight being a little larger, you have better quality materials. And it is a little longer. The old one come out to about right here, and the filter started, and it was probably from here to here when this one is much smaller. But that's the only difference. And it's very close to my alternator right here, but it's not touching unless you make it touch. So it's riding free. But that's a little bit of a difference in the previous one and the one I have now. So I will upload some videos. My hood's dirty and everything. I'll upload some videos of me driving with it before I put the air intake on it, and then I will put videos after I put the air intake on it, because I took quite a few because I was extremely surprised with the difference. But that's a product review for the Honest Speed Shop air intake. Just remember, I will put their Instagram into my description. I will also put the link to the air intake for the first gens in the description. And fun fact about them, they have actually been selling products on eBay since, I believe it was 1999. I may be wrong on that, but I remember them posting something about it in the last couple of days. So they are a very trusted brand. They're an extremely good brand. They're good people to work with. They sent me a couple shirts and everything. So it was extremely good guys to work with. I actually will have a upcoming video, depending on which order you're watching these in. I'll have an upcoming video of some more stuff that they've sent me, which actually is not for the truck. So stay tuned for a surprise on that. Remember, please like, subscribe, throw comments. What do you want to see next? I'm open to anything. Follow me on Instagram at Tractors Are Awesome, all one word, nothing in between. I guess that's it. Y'all have a good morning, evening, or not, depending on when you're watching this. God bless.